Hi there, this is Elizabeth from allthingspaper.com, and I have a little booklet that I wanted to share with you. I actually made this for my granddaughter. I don't think she watches my videos, so I don't think I will be spoiling a surprise. She's 13 and she's off and running. Hard to pin her down these days. She's a very busy girl. She's a cheerleader and very busy with all kinds of games and competitions and traveling and going here and there and so on. But I just wanted to make her something, and for Valentine's Day I'm going to put this in a little bag with a little box of those little heart candies that say, you know, kiss me, love me, the little heart candies that with the words on them. I thought you might like that. So I made this book, and it's called Life Moments, and she loves the vintage look, so I made it very vintagey. And what I did is I took thoughts and ideas that I kind of like, not to lecture her, but to help her along the way, because it's hard at 13 these days. You know, there's so many influences out there. So I just got to thinking about, well, what do I want to say to her as a grandma? What is it that I want to, what are the important things? So I just, on each page, I wrote a little, I collaged most of these and put in things that I thought were very important. So this first one here is from an old book that it's called Heartthrobs, that a friend of mine gave me. And this says, there is so much that is bad in the best of us, and so much that is good in the worst of us, that it doesn't behoove any of us to talk about the rest of us. And I thought, wow, isn't that appropriate for a 13-year-old, because of the gossip and the chatty Cathy ridiculousness that goes on sometimes. And this is the little pocket here, and I put in here, wonderful. And this here, it says, a friend is no friend if she tries to make you do something that you don't feel comfortable doing. And, you know, we all know that one, peer pressure. And it's kind of scary today. It's one bad choice can really mess things up. And here it says explore. And then here I stamped, be the change that you want to see in the world. And I thought this one was important for a young girl. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. And I put Eleanor Roosevelt, because she did say that. And the school that she goes to is very tied to the Roosevelt family. So I thought that would be significant. I mean, they have schools named after the Roosevelts in her little town. So this one is kind of a joke. Practice makes perfect. Most of her life we've been making art together, and she's always kind of been complaining that she's not a good artist, and she can't do this and she can't do that, and she would compare her work to mine, and I would say to her, well, look, how long do you think I've been doing this? How old am I, and how many years have I been practicing this? And you can get there too. And I would say to her, practice makes perfect, and she'd be like, don't say that, don't tell me that, and she'd laugh, and it just became a kind of a private joke between the two of us. So that's me telling her practice makes perfect. And I think you recognize that's the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. And then this is a little envelope, and in here I put a couple of tags, and one is Alice here, and it says imagine, and she's playing croquet with the bird. And then this is another, it says expect miracles, a little tag, and on the back is a Chinese fortune, and it says, even the toughest of days have bright spots. Just do your best. Isn't that great? You know, you all come home from school and you've had a crappy day, but there's always something good too. And this I thought was important. Trust. I don't know if a lot of people trust people anymore. And my granddaughter has a lot of faith, and so I put here, to accept that you are a child of God is to accept the very best that life has to offer you. And isn't that the truth? You know, sometimes we don't really see that. And this one is kind of a lecture one, but I thought it was important. Think about your choices and behavior. One poor decision can change your life. Isn't that true? Scary, but true. And this I just put laugh. And here is a big heart with a butterfly, and it says, you are deeply loved by many people. You matter. I don't know that kids are told that enough, that they're important, you know, that they matter. And here it says, dream big. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a present. And there's a young girl, looks like she's graduating school or something. And then at the very last page, I thought this was kind of appropriate. It says, "Every ending is a beginning to something else." And there's a beautiful vintage clock. So that's my little book for my little 13-year-old granddaughter. And I hope she likes it. I think she will. And even if she reads it once and she'll put it away, and then when maybe years later she'll see it and she'll reread it and she'll know that her grandma loved her. So anyway, have a great day, and thanks for watching this. Come on over and see me anytime at allthingspaper.blogspot.com. Bye-bye.